Hey writers, I'm Samantha Panzera with Aspiring Writer Academy, and I teach the tech and marketing side of things here. Real fast, a little bit about me. I got my start back in 2012 when my mom offered Darlene Panzera, started getting a bunch of traditional book contracts. And at the time, I was in college for integrated multimedia, and I was learning web design and Photoshop and video editing and all those fun tech and marketing classes. And so naturally, I helped my mom build an offer website, create bookmarks and other promotional materials. And after I graduated college, I started doing freelance graphic design. So today I am super excited to be talking about how to format those headers and page numbers in Microsoft Word using those Amazon KDP templates when formatting your paperback novel. Okay, let's get to the tutorial. At the top, notice that these first few pages in the book template are already blank, where there's no page numbers or book title. And then right here, the template starts with book title on the page after chapter 1, and right on chapter 1, page 1, it begins counting. We're going to fill in book titles, and actually we're going to do a mirroring effect that has the author name on one page and book title on another. Right here, you can see the Amazon template only says book title. So adding the author name and book title where they mirror on each page is a little bit more of a complex method, but I'll break it down where it's easy to do. So first, coming up to chapter 1, I want you to double click right here where it says book title to access your headers. Maybe triple click. If it doesn't automatically open up right here from your home tab, I want you to scroll over to header and footer. You can leave different first page checked. I want you to click on different odd and even pages. So now right there, when I clicked that, it swapped to author name, and then there's book title. And so it will alternate throughout the entire section of your manuscript. So right here under author name is where you can enter either your own name or your pen name. And I'm going to keep it all uppercase. Now, by adding Darlene Panzera here, you can see that on this page, it has now added Darlene Panzera throughout the whole manuscript on every other page, while leaving these previous template sections blank. Next, I'm going to add the book title right here onto odd page header for section 5. And then to make it consistent, I'm going to keep that all uppercase too. Now, a common mistake authors make when formatting their books is they may accidentally create too much space in the section. Again, you can toggle your little paragraph key and remove that extra paragraph spacing to make sure that all the lines are consistent throughout your manuscript. Now, right there, everything is even. So now that I have the author name and book title alternating on the different pages of the manuscript, I'm going to scroll through. So now here on chapter 2, we can see that this template automatically added Golden Horizons above the chapter 2, and we want to have that where that's blank. And so we're going to make a change to the template. Also right here on page 10, I have a blank page between that and chapter 2 to make sure chapter 2 is on the left here in Microsoft Word. That way, when it's formatted with the extra pages in the front, it will start on the right. The thing is, on this blank page here, I do not want the number 10, but I do want chapter 2 to continue with number 11 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click next to the 10 here, and I'm going to just delete that and double check to make sure that it's not deleted from the other sections. And so if you set that up, everything should stay as is with chapter 2 continuing on with 11. Now, chapter 2, I want this nice and clean without the book title on this page, but I do want the title to continue here on the second page. So as you can see, this page here on the left is header section 5. And right here, This is header section 6. And then this is also header section 6. So to get it where I can delete the book title Golden Horizons off of chapter 2 here and not have it be automatically deleted off of here, we're going to have to insert another section break. So, for example, if I delete Golden Horizons right there, it deletes it off of every page in section 6. And we don't want that. We just don't want it showing up here on the chapter 2 page. So I'm going to Control Z and just bring that back. So click off of the headers and go over to the blank page right here. And after the page break, I'm going to go over to layout, and under breaks, going to hit continuous section break because I already have a blank page right here. So now it has page break, section break, continuous. And now that automatically made the first page here of chapter 2 not have the book title in the header. And that paragraph there got adjusted a little weird. So on the home tab, I'm going to go over to center for that. There we go. And then this page is now blank here. Then it goes author name, Darlene Panzera, then book title, Golden Horizons. By the way, if you're liking the content in this tutorial, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That way you get notified each time when we come out with future videos all about writing, publishing, and marketing. So going off of the paragraph toggle, you can see that this is now a completely blank page, but one mistake right here. Actually, let's bring that back. Now that we created a section break here, this first page no longer has the 11. And so we can bring that back by double clicking in the footer and can just type in 11 there. And you can see that right here, this page, it continued the numbering. And sometimes little glitches like that occur. And you just have to be on the lookout for it. But it now continues. So right here, I'm going to uncheck the link to previous and then can delete it off of that page. Now it should continue. There we go. So you want to make sure that under the header and footer layout that the link to previous is unchecked from that blank page. All right, let's go down and repeat this process, making sure everything's good. So chapter 2, all looking good, alternating titles, page numbers are continuing. So right here, I have another blank page inserted before chapter 3 to make sure that chapter 3 will be on the right when formatted for print, but it has a page number. So we're going to go to paragraph toggle. I'm going to check link to previous, and I'm going to delete that. Turning off the paragraph toggle, double checking that page is blank. And let's go back up to chapter 1 and confirm that everything is still blank like it needs to be. Yep, So chapter 2 starts on page 11, and it still has that blank page before that. So everything formatting-wise is still looking good. Okay, before chapter 4, this has text on the right. That's all looking good. Chapter 4 now automatically has no text here above it on the left. So a lot of these errors occur more when you insert a blank page. And if you had set up a section break and unlinked beforehand, you could have avoided where it just automatically did that. But it's good to show ways of fixing that if errors occur. Okay, so right before chapter 6, I have a blank page inserted. Let's double click onto our headers. And I'm going to uncheck link to previous there. And right here, I'm also gonna, that's unchecked. And I'll remove the 62 page number from that page. And I see by removing the 62 on that blank page, it still continues with the numbering right where we left off, where chapter 6 starts with 63. So it's continuing that number layout just like we want. I'm going to scroll down on the About the Author page. I want to now toggle off the book title. So I'm going to uncheck link to previous. And I'm going to go ahead and delete that and confirm that I didn't remove it anywhere else. Okay, so by unchecking link to previous, I'm able to remove the title just from this one page and the pages following after. And also here, I'm going to now remove page numbers. Now, right here in the back of the book, I have the first chapter of The Song of Hearts Set Free, and it might be nice to have on those pages of that chapter that book title and the name of the author alternating. And so just in that section, I'm going to add a new header. And so I'm going to start right here where the title was. I'm going to uncheck link to previous and enter the name of the title. And I'm going to copy and paste that here. And sometimes when copying and pasting, you get an extra space, so you can delete that. That way it's all in uniform line. On the home tab, gonna make it 11. And it went to Times New Roman font. Gonna switch that to the Garmond and uncheck bold. Let's do uppercase center. Confirming it wasn't added up above, but is now continuing there. Yeah, the Darlene Panzera throughout the book went to Times New Roman. Let's switch that to Garmond font as well. We can do size 9 and double click out of there. And I'm going to remove that from here and double checking the Golden Horizons. These are Garmond. Let's make this Garmond font as well. Size 9. But the main thing is going through your whole book and making sure that everything stays consistent. Font sizes, font choice. Okay, and now that updated everywhere else. So now I have the author name and the book title of this one chapter that we have included in the back of this story, back of the book, alternating. I'm going to remove the chapter numbers for the rest of the back matter and just have the chapter numbers go to the end of the main book in this manuscript. So right here, I'm going to just double click to open page footers, and I'm going to uncheck link to previous, and I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Go up to confirm that didn't affect anything else. Everything above it is good. Okay, scrolling down, now this whole first bonus chapter of our book, you can see there's no page numbers underneath it. And right here, I have the alternating title and author name going to here. Now, I'm going to stop the title alternating on the remaining pages. I'm going to have it go to this page where it's still promoting that other story. But right here on this next page where I have a bit of the book blurb for Bet You'll Marry Me, I'm going to highlight the text in the header, uncheck link to previous, and delete that. And then I'm going to close header and footer. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content in this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That way you get notified each time we come out with future videos. And also, in the link in the description below, be sure to download our free Brainstorming Your Story Idea worksheet. It's filled with a bunch of fill-in-the-blank pages and templates and story examples, all to help you get started on your novel. All right, catch you next time.